Kung palakasan ng kamao at tibay ng pagmumuka at kaya magpataob ng kalaban sa larangan ng suntukan, ay masasabi kong isa sa mga dekilibreng boksingero ng Pilipinas na pwedeng tumapat sa halimaw kuno ng Japan na si Naoya the Monster Inoue ay wala nga pong iba kundi ang nag-iisang angas ng Pinas, Janriel Cuadro Alas Casimero. Ngunit mukhang sa tingin ng nakararami at mga boxing expert ay tila ba mukhang mahina talaga ang panga nitong si Naoya Inoue mga idol. Dahil kung ating babalikan ang huling naging laban nito kontra sa hindi kilalang boxer ng Mexico na si Ramon Cardenas, ay bumagsak nga po itong si Inoue sa round 2 nang tamaan ng isang looping left hook na siya namang tumama sa kanyang pagmumuka na talaga namang nagpayanig sa halimaw ng Japan. Pero kung tutuusin mga idol ay hindi naman talaga dekalibreng boksingero itong sinagupan ni Naoya Inoue, na ang ibig sabihin ay hindi pa ito napapalaban sa kung anumang pandaigdigang titulo at wala pa talagang ito nakakasagubang klases na halimaw sa ibabaw ng parisukat na lona. Kaya naman marami ang haka-haka na isa na naman itong taktika ng kampo ni Inoue para umiwas at harapin sa laban ang nag-iisang angas ng Pinas, Janriel Cuadro Alas Casimero. Dahil kung si Casimero ang sumuntok sa pagmumukha nitong si Inoue ay malamang sa alamang maka hindi na ito magising pa sa kanyang kinatatayuan, gaya na lamang ng ginawa nito sa Mexican boxer na si Saul Sanchez. Kung ating babalikan mga idol, ang huling naging laban ni Casimero ay pinahalik ng angas ng Pinas sa ibabaw ng lona ang Meksikanong si Saul Sanchez sa loob lamang ng isang round. Sa laban na ito ay nayanig ng inam ang dugong Meksikano nang matikman niya kung gaano nga ba kabangis ang mga kamao ni Casimero na halos tumirik ang mata at dalawang pa nito sa sobrang lakas ng suntok na sinalo nito. At ang matindi pa nga dito mga idol ay overweight itong si Casimero bago ang laban nila ni Sanchez. Kaya naman madalian ang pagbabawas nito ng timbang, na ang ibig sabihin ay sobrang dehydrated nung sumampas si Casimero sa ibabaw ng lona. Dahil dyan ay hindi 100% ang lakas nito nung sumabak ito sa laban. Ang panalong ito ni Casimero ang sanay magbibigay daan upang may kasana ang sakupan sa pagitan nila ni Naoya Inoue. Subalit sa di malamang dahilan biglang kumambyo ang kampo nitong si Inoue. Kesyo wala daw disiplina itong si Janriel Casimero at lagi daw overweight, kaya naman ang ending ay napurnada na naman ang kanilang bakbakan. Buwan ng Abril taong 2029, ito sana ang takdang panahon upang matuldukan na ang mga agam-agam na mga tao nagtatalo-talo, mapapinoy man o banyaga, na kung sino nga ba talaga ang tunay na halimaw sa ibabaw ng lona sa pagitan ni Naoya Inoue at Janriel Cuadro Alas Casimero. Subalit dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic shit na dumapo sa buong bansa ay pansamantalang itinigil ang lahat ng boxing event sa buong bansa. At upang hindi naman masayang ang mga paghahandang ginawa ni Casimero na nooy nagtitraining ng ilang buwan sa US, ay itinapat na lamang ito sa isa sa pinaka-upcoming prospect ng bansang South Africa na walang iba kundi ang tinaguriang babyface Terminator na si Duc Maika. Bagamat sa nasabing laban ay dehado itong South African fighter mga kaibigan, ay walang sino mang boxer ang dapat maging kumpiyansa kapag nasagupan na nila ito, sapagkat sa undefeated pa lamang nakartada nito ay talaga namang dadagayin ka na sa dibdib. Dahil sa 24 na laban nito ay 5 lamang ang maswerteng nakapagparaos hanggang 12 rounds at ang 19 naman ay nagsiuwi ang luhaan at pinulot sa pinakamalapit na kangkungan. Meron din itong mataas at nakakatakot na knockout ratio na 76%. Kaya naman masasabi nating hindi pipitsugin at hindi basta-basta boksingero ang tinaguriang Terminator ng bansang South Africa. Kasalukuyang tangan din noon ng South African fighter ang WBO African Bantamweight, WBC African Bantamweight at WBC International Bantamweight title, at nanatiling undefeated itong si Duc Maika sa loob ng isang dekada. Kaya naman dahil dyan ay marahil sumagi sa isip nitong South African fighter na madali lamang niyang tatalunin ang tinaguriang angas ng Pinas. Subalit sa kabila ng pagiging undefeated, knockout artist at makunat na pagmumukha nitong South African fighter, wala ni katinga o isang balahibo ang tumayo sa katawan nitong si Casimero, na sa madalit sabi mga kaibigan hindi man lang nakaramdam ng kahit anumang kaba itong ating kababayan. Bagkus ay galit ng kanyang nadarama matapos makansela ang laban nila ng monster ng Japan na si Naoya Inoue. Kaya naman nagbanta itong si Casimero kay Duc Maika na humanda siya dahil siya lang naman ang sasalo ng naipon niyang galit na ilalabas niya sana sa hapon.
Si Maika talaga yung masasalo niya lahat yung galit at saka inis.
Sa weigh-in naman bago ang mismong laban ay makikitang matindi ang pinagdaan ng training ng kampo nitong si Duke Micah mga kaibigan. Mala adobe at boto-boto ang katawan nito. At pati nga pagbumuka ay meron ding abs kaya naman tiyak na makunat pa ito sa Belekoy. Samantalang si Casimero naman ay tuyot na tuyot at hupak na hupak na mahiya mo si Taguro na itinatago pa ang 100%. Sa mismong laban naman, unang round ay magaganda naman ang mga patamang ginagawa nitong si Duke Micah. Malilinis at swabing-swabe at talaga namang kalkuladong-kalkulado ang mga galawan. Subalit ang problema sa mga ataking ginagawa nitong South African fighter mga kaibigan ay tila ba tamang mukbang lamang itong si Casimero at hindi ito tinatablan.
Micah, how he starts out, he kind of knows, you know, I can take my time, I'm going to get into a rhythm. Whereas Micah, this is his first title opportunity. Is he going to rush Micah?
An overhand right by Micah, followed by a left hook that missed.
Some things from how he normally fights, because a guy like Casimero is such a seasoned veteran, champion, like you said, in 3 divisions.
There's a nice right to the body by Casimero.
One thing we know about Casimero is he's not afraid.
He likes to dart in and out, throw a lot of punches. He's a world champion, 3 divisions, 108, 112, and 118. So
he loves a good action fight. He dodges in and out.
Well, he has a very, in terms of his path and his trajectory, he continues to move upwards. Does Jonriel Casimero. Left hook to the body by
Hands are free.
Jonriel Casimero. Good jab by Duke Micah. As we are approaching 70 seconds to go in
Casimero, fighting a guy like Micah. Yes, he's undefeated, but he doesn't have the resume that you have. So you get mentally prepared for a guy like Inoue that was going to be a blockbuster fight, and then that falls through. And then you fight a guy like Mike, getting your mindset. And he's even talked about how frustrating it's been because of COVID. He's had several fights fall through the cracks, especially a big one anyway. Experience. Can't overlook him as we see a great jab by Micah.
He had a jab and he threw that right hand over it, but that comes
A lot of power. You have to be careful with a guy like that.
nice left hook to the body, back and up.
Sa round 2 ay dito na humandusay si Duke Micah mga kaibigan matapos tamaan ni Casimero sa bunbunan nang humagipit nitong right hook.
Throws a lot of punches and bunches, high volume puncher. And Micah, wasn't fazed by it. And he delivered some of his...
Micah answering back, though, as Casimero. What stood out to you in round 1?
I like the fact that Micah didn't back down from Casimero. Casimero was going to look to his own, and he probably had the best shot of that round with that overhand right. He had the jab, set it up with the overhand right. That really knocked Casimero.
It's a nice chopping right hand by Micah. Casimero willing to fight on the inside. Jab followed by a right hand, but Casimero digging to the body.
Casimero back a little bit. So if you're Micah, you have to like what you've seen going toe-to-toe so far with the champ and Casimero.
Both are picking up the pace as Micah's starting to walk down Casimero. Well, coming into this fight, you knew that Duke Micah was a...
He's making him think twice when he's coming in.
Nice left hook followed by a winging shot. Down goes Duke Micah from Casimero.
It's a shot that I don't even think Micah saw coming.
And now Casimero looking for the finish. Can he get it here in the second round?
And just survive.
And now Casimero showboating a little bit. I don't think that'll serve him well. But he jumps in with the right uppercut, but back a heavy onslaught by Casimero. Casimero looking for his opening.
Micah's got to tie him up. He's got to...
Comes Micah. Micah still hurt wobbly.
Yeah, Micah is on skates right now. He needs to tie up Casimero.
But Micah literally on pure guts and determination, trying to keep himself upright.
No, not trying to go toe-to-toe with him right now.
Big left hook that buckled the knees of Micah. Back comes Casimero. Look at the Ghanaian, a right to the body. And now Casimero picking up the pace again. guarantee, and that connected by Micah. Can he head towards the third? What a shot, what a turning off on Duke Micah. This one may be close to being finished. Micah in deep trouble. Can he survive a big right hand of events here in the second? Casimero pounding away on Micah. Micah sticks his tongue out, and that ends the...
Round 3 ay dito na matitikman ng South African fighter ang 100% lakas ng angas ng Pinas at ang naglalagablab ng mga kamao nito, at dito na rin tatapusin ni Cuadro Alas ang paghihirap ni Duke Micah.
Landed that left hook to the temple shots for Casimero. Casimero looking for that finish. Micah trying to gain his legs underneath him. What it does is it short circuits you, so it takes a little bit of a reaction for your legs to be ripped underneath you, and that's what happened with Duke Micah. Casimero with the right to the body, a jab by Micah, but Micah still, I don't think, has his legs. Back comes Micah.
And we're seeing Casimero, I mean, he's just loading up on all of his punches now.
It's totally underneath on the left to the body, followed by a right. Steve Willis waves it off, and still champion John.
Kung achievement sa boxing ang pag-uusapan, bukod sa ating pabansang kamao, Manny Pacquiao, ay hindi rin mawawala sa talaan ang bansang Japan dahil kay Naoya Inoue. Isa sa mga boksingerong masasabing may malaking achievement sa naging karera nito sa kanyang buhay boksingero, dahil nga po yan sa pagiging undisputed at 4 Division World Champion. Subalit sa kabila nga po ng mga achievement nito sa kanyang boxing career, ay tila ba wala pa rin believe ang mga boxing analyst dito sa tinaguriang halimaw ng Japan. Isa nga po sa mga rason kung bakit hindi makumbinsi ni Inoue ang mga boxing analyst na ito ay ang pagpili nito o pag-cherry pick sa kanyang makakalaban, kung saan di umano ay hindi nga naman daw mga kilalang boksingero ang nilalabanan nito. Kumbaga sa madalit sabi mga idol ay puro mahihinang nilalang ang sinasagupa nitong si Naoya Inoue.
Kung ikaw ay talagang pound for pound champion, pound for pound king, hindi yun ang dahilan na gagamitin mo sa pagpili ng kalaban. Hindi ka na nga lumalabas ng Japan, doon ka na nga lang sa teritoryo mo, ang pipili mo pang boksingero, eh namang ika nga'y tugma sa iyong estilo.
Ika-12 ng Marso taong 2022, muling itinapat ang pinakamaangas na boksingero ng Pilipinas, Janriel Cuadro Alas Casimero, kontra sa Japanese fighter na si Ryo Akaho, na di umano ang boksingerong Hapon na ito ang siya nang gigiba sa nag-iisang angas ng Pinas at magwawakas daw sa kaangasan nito. Subalit ang hindi alam ng mga ito ay sabik na itong si Casimero na mamugbog ng kalaban, sapagkat nung huling laban nito kontra sa Cuban fighter na si Guillermo Rigondox ay walang ibang ginawa itong si Guillermo kundi magpatintero at tamakbo ng tamakbo. Kaya naman ayon sa angas ng Pinas ay sisiguraduhin niyang ang susunod niyang makakalaban ay tiyak nagugulong ang ulo sa ibabaw ng parisukat na lona. Ito ang unang laban ni Casimero sa ilalim ng Treasure Boxing Promotion na pinamumunuan ng Japanese promoter na si Masayuki Ito. Isa itong magandang pagkakataon para kay Casimero upang patunayan ang kanyang abilidad, lakas at ring IQ sa ibabaw ng lona at makuha ang atensyon ng mga Japanese boxing fans upang mapatunayan na siya ang karapat-dapat na lumaban sa pound for pound at halimaw ng Japan, Naoya the Master Inoue. Kaya naman dalit-dali ay naika sa ambakbakan sa pagitan ng former Japanese champion na si Ryo Akaho at angas ng Pinas, Janriel Cuadro Alas Casimero. At bagamat mas dihamak na veterano sa pakikipagsuntukan ang nasabing Hapon at kulang na daw sa disiplina itong si Casimero, ay inisip ng kampo ni Akaho na madali lamang nilang tatalunin ang ating bidang halimaw. Subalit sa pagsapit ng mismong laban ay laking gulat ng mga Hapon nang makita nila si Casimero kung gaano kalakas at kung gaano kalulutong ang mga suntok na binibitawan nito. Nasa sobrang lakas ay hindi na kinaya ng kalaban ang pasakit na dulot nito sa kanyang katawang lupa. Kaya naman ang ending ay nagmala artista na lamang itong si Akaho at umoverqualify sa pag-arte, gayong malinaw pa sa sabaw ng dinuga na malinis talaga at hindi sa batok tumatama ang mga suntok nitong si Casimero. Dahil nga po sa pangyayaring ito ay marami sa ating mga kababayang Pinoy ang tila dismayado sa kinalabasan ng laban, sapagkat round 2 pa nga lamang ay nangayaw na kagad itong boksingerong Hapon. At bagamat ang hatol noong una ng mga patas na lupon ay tabla, Subalit sa bandang huli ay napagdesisyonan din sa kataas-taasang hukom na panalo talaga ang pinakamaangas na boksingero ng Pilipinas, Janriel Cuadro Alas Casimero. Ika-13 ng Mayo taong 2023, 7 buwan ng makalipas, ay itinapat naman si Cuadro Alas sa bato-bato at kasulukuyan noong WBO Global Champion ng bansang South Africa na si Philipos Nitumba. Sa pagkakataong ito mga idol ay hindi biro ang babanggay ng angas ng Pinas sapagkat sa 15 laban nito ay 20 dito ang kanyang pinatulog sa pamamagitan ng knockout. At bagamat dayo itong South African champion sa ating bansang sinilangan ay hindi mo ito makikitaan ng pagkabahala. At ang matindi pa nga dito mga idol ay inangasan pa talaga nito ang nag-iisang angas ng Pinas na ang ibig sabihin ay mas maangas pa pala ito kay Casimero. Sa face-off naman bago ang kanilang laban ay nag-angas pa itong si Philipos mga idol at may pagsenyas pa ito kay Casimero na mamaya tanggal ang ulo mo sa akin. Habang si Casimero naman ay patawa-tawa lang at wari gustong sabihin baka ikaw ang matatanggal ang ulo mamaya. Sa pagpasok pala ng unang round ay makikitang gigil na gigil kagad itong si Casimero mga idol na mahiya presong nakatakas sa kulungan at dali-dali ay inundayan nito ng mga whooping at mga powerful body shot ang dayong kalaban. Medyo nagulat itong si Nitumba sa agresibong atake ni Casimero mga idol. Pagpapakita lamang na nagkamali itong si Philipos ng kanyang inangasan.
Yes, it is, and I think that Janriel Casimero has done that, just that.
It's where he could be more comfortable, stronger.
He looks strong. He looks very strong, and at the same time, he doesn't have to cut the weight that he had problems with in the bantamweight.
For the defending champion, Philippus Energy Nitumba, that's a key term that we have to put out here.
Nitumba to feel his power early in this fight, and that is a very important aspect for his fighting style.
And Nitumba undefeated since his professional debut, a unanimous decision loss. But Casimero looking to make a statement early, goes to the body that time.
I think an overhand.
Pero matindi rin talaga itong kalaban ni Casimero mga idol no? At talaga namang nakikipagpalitan ito ng mukha kay Casimero. Hindi ko rin inaasahan na makikipagsabayan itong South African fighter mga idol. May mga pagkakataon din kasing medyo tinatamaan din itong si Casimero. Kaya naman napapatras din ito.
Both fighters looking to trade early and often.
But I think it's the accumulation of punches that he does damage people or his fighters, opponents.
He's trying to protect himself with that shoulder.
Nitumba.
I think Janriel is looking for a big shot to land against Nitumba.
Casimero trying to go to the body, but met with that left hook counter by Nitumba. That ends a feel-it-out first round.
Round 2. Muling sinimulan ni Casimero ang unang atake at gaya ng ginawa niya sa unang round, puro malalakas na kombinasyon ang ipinupukol nito sa kalaban para bang gusto nang tapusin ng angas ng Pinas ang kanilang bakbakan. Pero syempre mga idol, hindi naman dadayo itong si Philipos at mag-aangas kung wala rin itong ibubuga sa laban.
Champion though, yes, keeping that distance, but so far Nitumba the one pushing forward. Oh, big shot again by Nitumba.
And again, this is something that you don't see with Casimero. Casimero usually is the one pressing forward in all the fight.
Looking to be willing to trade if it came to it. As Casimero lands one up top. Wild punches now coming from Casimero.
Casimero trying to land the left also.
And Nitumba is coming back every single time.
Dito ay makikitang nasasabayan ng inam ng South African fighter ang mga atake ni Casimero mga idol. At kahit pa nga malalakas ang mga tumatamak suntok sa kalaban, ay mapapansin kinakaya nito ang mga suntok ni Casimero.
And with Philipos, Nitumba jabbing and pressing forward, because the thing about pressure fighters like Casimero, who likes to throw wide shots, is to smother those punches. And he's doing the right thing by pressing forward with the high guard to smother
away, and that prevents him from creating like awkward angles.
That's correct, because he feels that inside he has the advantage because of Janriel's way of punching, which is a wide shot coming from Janriel, which again you can smother to lessen the impact.
Nitumba looking to fire away after hearing the 10-second warning. Casimero again to the body.
Round 3. mukhang nakuha na ni Casimero ang momentum ng laban sa nakalipas na 2 round. Pero bibilib ka rin dito kay Nitumboa mga idol dahil hindi ito natitinag sa mga sundok ni Casimero. Sa round na ito, masusubukan din ang kunat ng pagmumukha ni Casimero mga idol dahil tumatama na rin ang mga counter punch ng South African fighter.
You know, and with Nitumbo's coming in there with great certainty, and he's pressing forward with great defense and smothering Janriel Casimiro's punches. Is coming into this fight, Casimero is very confident.
Yeah.
And whether it's overconfidence or just confident that he had, because I know he has a tremendous amount of power. And sometimes when you are confident, you tend to look past. Great shot by Casimero.
Nice shot. There you go. I believe that's what John Riel was looking for.
And that body shot. Fighter that fought John Riel was to press with the heavy high guard.
Nitumboa again pressing the action, moving forward. Oh, Nitumboa answers. That's smart by Casimero, not getting too trigger happy. Oh, but Nitumboa connects.
And Nitumboa is just
Casimero rocked the champion in this round.
it's a dangerous territory.
Almost a simultaneous exchange.
Round 4. Dito medyo kumakambyo na si Casimero mga idol. At ang umatake naman ay itong si Pilipos. Marahil ay napansin ng kalaban na medyo nagmamadali itong si Casimero na tapusin ang laban at ibinubuhos na nito ang kanyang lakas sa mga unang bahagi ng mga rounds. Kaya naman sa pagkakataong ito ay si Nitumboa naman ang umaatake.
Throw and unload that right overhand.
Oh, look at some.
Yes, Nitumboa is having a little bit fun with the crowd.
Good push jab to set up the straight. And I think, like Rachel said, investing in that body shot is going to be a big help for Casimero.
But John Riel
Farming with the jab and throwing an overhand or setting up the power shots. Good.
nice left hook by Nitumboa.
Look for Casimero setting up the jab and throwing the overhand and the body along with it as well.
Let's see if those investment shots make those hands drop. Round number 4 in the books. We'll be back.
Round 5. Dito ay nabaligtad na ang sitwasyon. Kung sa mga unang rounds ay si Casimero ang unang umaatake, dito sa round na ito ay si Nitumboa naman ang nagdidikta ng kanilang laban.
Bobbing and weaving.
And using those jab behind to throw those big shots. Again, body shots, investing in those body shots.
Casimero sort of a wait and bait. No need to and Rachel Donaire, but always a pleasure to see you guys. Obviously, Rachel, now that we're towards the middle rounds, are you hoping to see the results of those investment shots that you've seen from Casimero?
Grabe yung stamina ng South African fighter na ito mga idol. Parang hindi na mapagod eh. Sa kakitang nasasaktan na rin si Casimero dahil napapatras na ito at napapayakap na rin sa tuwing tatamaan itong si Pilipos.
Look at them trying to trade body shots.
Yes,
and then
body
switch
for
it up.
body. Body for body.
Ooh. But another one. This time going up top with a left hook. Oh, nice
Nice
shot.
overhand.
Overhand.
Yes.
That's exactly what Casimero has been waiting for.
Oh! Casimero!
he's saved by the bell in this one.
Pero pagpasok ng round 6 ay dito na muling gigimbalin ni Casimero ang mga manonood kung saan ay tumama ang isang solidong left hook ni Casimero sa pagmumukha nitong si Pilipos. At ayun, tiklop ang tuhod ng South African fighter. Kasabay dito ay ang malakas na sigawan ng mga tao nang bumagsak na nga itong si Pilipos. Sa pagkakataong ito ay batid na ni Casimero na lubang nasaktan na itong kanyang kalaban sa suntok na kanyang sinalo. Kaya naman wala na itong inaksayang oras pa at binugbog na nito ng inam itong si Nitumba.
Tumba is down on the mat, getting counted. His legs are wobbling. Is he going to come towards the ref?
And the defending champion has been knocked down.
Up, trying to hit him with that. He's trying to save right now by holding John Riel Casimero.
He's wobbly. He's wobbly, Nonito.
He's just one punch away. Just one punch away. I think an uppercut will do this one.
John Riel just needs to get that distance to be able to fire his shot.
Oh, look at him. Look at
He's
him. Almost
reaching.
out on his feet. Almost out on his feet.
Subalit, lubang makunat pala talaga sa binirong Beleco itong kalaban ni Casimero mga idol sapagkat nagawa pa nitong makarecover sa pinsalang natamo nito.
Take it.
Another big
Oh,
shot.
Natumba's
Casimero.
about to go down again. That Casimero threw.
Oh, Casimero can't be careless. He is saved by the bell.
Grabe talaga tong kalaban ni Casimero mga idol, no? Literal na makunat pa sa makunat eh. Akala ko nga hindi na ito makakabangon dahil makikitang tumiklop at nahinig ang tuhod nito. Pero still tumayo pa rin ito at nagawa pa makasurvive sa round na ito. Dahil kung iba-iba yon, tulad ng mga una na kalaban niya, tiyak na hindi na makakabangon yun.
Wobbly legs. Couldn't establish his balance.
Now Nitumba throwing jab, trying to feint that he is okay. Because I know for sure when you get hit, Casimero with the heavy hand, I was surprised he was able to get up. And I know that will last him till tomorrow or even the whole week.
Oh, but Casimero though getting
A punch away
yeah.
from the previous rounds.
He put in a lot of work last round. Nice.
Tag can't be careless again. I saw him taking deep breaths, Rachel, in his corner.
Well, sometimes you get so excited that you're throwing so much power, and I think that's what
Riel needs to cut the distance again and be able to be on the inside, so he would be able to land more of his punches. His distance, not
he still don't have his legs. If you notice how he's hopping, he still doesn't have his legs. I reckon that lateral movement would be the key, and shifting away.
Did that body shot just hurt him?
For the defending champion, Nitumba. Now looking to load up that overhand right again.
Definitely Nitumba is here to fight.
Oh, clean shot.
Darn.
Under 30 seconds remaining, round number 7.
Who would have known he would survive that shot?
Casimero. 10-second warning, round number 7. Casimero looking to push towards the ropes.
Nonito apparently called it.
And at any moment, he can go down and he won't get up. If he gets hit with those shot again.
Nice combination by John Riel. Nice body shot again.
Now, Rachel, you see him setting up those power shots.
Exactly. And that's what we needed him to do. You can't just throw it at.
John Riel looking for setting his big shot again. What?
You can see also, Rachel, Casimero is rolling
Yes,
those punches.
exactly. So every single time that that Nitumba throws the right hand, you see Casimero roll with
Well,
it.
Nitumba now is coming back and being confident.
Oh, nice shot there.
And going back into it, setting up the punches like John Riel just did. He threw a jab before anything, just, you know, not just throwing those big bolo shots that he's done. And John
Heavy
Riel
shots.
going. Nitumba.
Oh, nice shot by John Riel. But connects with that right hand.
Jab, jab, straight. He's actually doing a great job by setting everything up behind his jab.
Oh!
Oh! Wow, he survives it again. Casimero wasn't able to follow up on anything.
Oh, Janeiro Casimero with the body hook, and that landed the last hook. I think Nitumba is just going for broke right now. And at the same time, Janeiro is trying to go for the same thing to stop this fight.
Nice body work.
But like you said, those body shots.
Philippus, you have to point your camera, not step on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice combo. Casimero again just closing the gap here, but cannot be careless.
Nitumba slips on the QR code.
Rushing in, leaving himself open, has to be careful in case Casimero counters. Oh, nice shot. But I guess he was rolling with it still, talking about Casimero.
This guy has a lot of energy, Nitumba.
That's why he's
Oh,
called.
Nice body
Beautiful
shot
body
by
shot.
John Riel.
Minute and a half remaining, round number 9.
That exact same way that John Riel keeps rotating to the left side, like I said.
Oh!
Nice shot by John Riel Casimero.
A little bit.
Definitely he needs to play behind that jab like he has to set up the big
What
shot
happens?
in a bit.
You saw Nitumba take a really big deep breath.
Yes.
When they broke that clinch, yeah?
Yes.
3 rounds to go. And again, another furious finish.
See him set up shots earlier and of course have that happen. We did have that happen when he first knocked him down though.
Oh, that overhand almost landed. That would have been the end of the night.
The day, we're still in the afternoon.
Nitumba pressing forward.
He's gonna want to have John Riel Casimero on his back foot. That's the best bet for Nitumba.
Yes. Smother distance for his power is when less shot. Oh, body shots again. And you keep calling that body shot. What's your favorite punch though is the body shot.
Well, and you have to, I mean,
During training camp, watching film, if they have resources to do so, to research on their opponent's playing style or fighting style.
you know, that's interesting that you say that because we were trying to find fight tape on him and it was actually quite difficult.
Yeah, he was very difficult
There
to
might
fight.
have been like maybe 2 that we saw.
And it all from Casimero.
I feel like every time you say that, that's what happens. It's like a foretelling. And most of them were highlights, not full fights.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So let's see if that has been something that they've observed during the course of the fight.
And like I said, once he throws that jab and he can touch you, he knows that that right hand is going to be able to...
The champion, though, remaining active. Consistently throwing that jab and following up.
Yep, keeping that jab out there will land. Or we can assume that if John Riel stood there, he would be able to land. But we do know that John Riel has been rolling the correct direction.
Yes.
Nice body shot to end the round.
Last
Championship rounds. 11 round.
Here we go. Oh, Casimero gets hit.
Need to put on the little break to just slow down a little bit and then go all out in this last round.
Wow. Okay. Nitumba is having a little bit too much fun. Were they supposed to start counting the ref?
Yeah. Had the referee count himself. So I think that you're right about that, though. Like, for instance, the Muhammad Ali-George Foreman fight. Ali was...
Casimero treat that as poking the bear.
I was going to ask that. Was that a bad idea? The thing is, like I've always said, whenever things like that happen, if you lose your focus and you go out of emotion and anger more than your game plan, it could work.
Just pressing mentally into George Foreman, and George Foreman was pissed off going into the ring, and he you know, people thought he was gonna do and take Muhammad Ali out, but guess what? He tired himself out.
Yeah.
Laying around in the ring.
got to give him credit for staying on his feet after that knockdown earlier.
Surprisingly. I'm still surprised by it.
Tumba is still trying to keep John Riel Casimero at bay. Pushing and pulling. John Riel trying to throw bombs. Netumbo is answering back with small shots here and there.
He's actually turning and punching for each counter that he does.
Netumbo tries to give some body shots of his own to John Riel Casimero. John Riel Casimero responds back.
You know, in 2019, Nonito, I covered John Riel's.
That big.
Yeah. Oh, another furious exchange. Casimero firing away.
Trying to end the round, or end the fight.
Well, this is it. This is it. They're going to go in there, and it's going to be like the first round for John Riel Casimero.
John Riel Casimero comes out already.
Big shot up top, but he counters.
Tries to hit John Riel with a right of his own. Misses. Was able to roll under everything that Netumbo tried to keep him off.
He's trying to corner him now.
Ranging him with his left hand and then firing off with his right.
And Casimero, it actually looks fresh in this round.
But he got out of the corner.
Again, the heart of this champion, Rachel and Nonito, after getting hurt, decided to box from a distance because earlier he was trying to trade with Casimero.
That's right. You know, with him, 100%.
50 seconds left. Can John Riel do it?
Now will the defending champion go for broke knowing that there was a point deduction?
And he has a knockdown against him as well.
Yeah.
Rules that a slip. And
We go the distance. And new. Congratulations, John Riel Casimero.